Good morning and welcome to the Elevate Renatus team call. This is your host, Keely Austin. Today is Money Monday. It is June 1st. And as of right now, we have 82 participants on the line. Make sure that you reach out to your team. We don't want any ICMs left behind. Today, we get to learn from an amazing individual, Michael Huggins. Michael Huggins has so much knowledge to share with us, and he's been in Renatus going on about 10 years now. So much experience and so much success. And I'm grateful that I know Michael and Vanessa. They're the reason that I'm a part of Renatus. And they thought enough of me to bring me onto their team. And that's just something I'm very, very grateful for. And I also got to watch Michael and Vanessa just transition from where they were before Renatus to where they are now. And to have witnessed that is just so incredible. And I'm so incredibly proud of them every single day. So before Renatus, Michael was working two jobs. He was working for both Sears and Jiffy Lube, and he was drowning in student loan debt and just very frustrated, very broke, living from paycheck to paycheck. He knew he needed to make a change. He heard about real estate investing and he found Renatus. Michael studied his education. He took advantage of the marketing opportunity, and within the first year of him joining, he was able to complete a couple of short sales that enabled him to quit both of those jobs. So fast forward to today, now Michael is the number one and number two, it changes every year, number one, number two income earner in the company. And he has earned himself multiple seven figures with Renatus and has done many, many different types of transactions with real estate. And most recently, he and Vanessa have purchased some land in Tennessee, about 240 acres, and they're building just a beautiful farm, and just most recently, very, very recently had a baby. So I'm excited to hear what Michael has to share with us today. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the call. Thanks, Keely. And what a beautiful day it is. All right, let me switch over to my screen here. I'm happy you guys are all hopping on. Okay, so it is June 1st. How exciting. It's a fresh start because we got a fresh quarter. It's a fresh week. It's a fresh day. So many things to refresh. So if you haven't been doing what you said you were going to do, or you've fallen a little short on some past promises that you may have made to yourself, well, it's all good. It's a fresh day, fresh week, fresh month, fresh quarter. Let's get fresh. So good morning, everyone. Thanks for hopping on here. I see we got people from pretty much every time zone. So that's awesome that we're able to connect this way. Just another quick announcement. I'm going to be doing Super Saturday coming up, and so there's two Super Saturdays, Super Saturday Chicago and Super Saturday for Team Elevate. It's going to be June 6th here, 6/6, and then this is 6/13. So I'm the special guest here, and we're going to have Scott Rowe as our special guest for the Team Elevate Super Saturday. So his is 9 to 5, ours is 9 to 1. Just put those on your calendar, be prepared, show up, be a part of it, engage, ask questions, do your best and all that stuff. Okay, the name of the game, let's make some money. Let's make some money. I know that not all of you are driven by money. Yeah, when we break up our drives, it's not all about the money, but if you don't make money, it's hard to keep justifying doing this. So let's make sure we're making some money so that we can go meet our drives in different ways. Okay. So how we want to keep doing this. We want to keep growing. We want to keep exposing people. If we just go through a little checklist to make sure that our exposure, how we're exposing ourselves to the world, is incongruent, is congruent with our message. So one thing that I keep seeing when I'm talking to students over the week is they'll have some leads that say yes, they're interested, and then all of a sudden they're not. So I'll go ask them, well, what does your Facebook profile look like? We'll go and look, and we'll be like, you know what? That's an improvable profile. All right, so we want to make sure we have professional type pics. We want to make sure that where it says works at, you don't have 17 different things that you worked at. We don't want that. Okay, just put owner of, or CEO of, or founder of, and then put your company's name. Okay, where you worked at, you can put that in a different spot in your bio when people click on more. But don't have it up front for everybody to see. That's not. It's too distracting. And I think those two major changes, like if you have a picture of your cat or your dog, and then you say, "Hey, come join my real estate investing team. I'm a, self-made entrepreneur," and then you got a picture of your dog, it just doesn't line up. And people will do business with people they like and trust, so it has to line up. There's a certain expectation people have of investors, business owners, entrepreneurs, and so just make sure that you're accurately representing yourself. Okay. And then just a quick reminder, 10-3-1 about your posts, 10 regular posts, 3 businessy posts, and 1 like a call to action post. Okay. Now, next question is, how many groups did you join this week? Or how many groups did you participate in? This is where you have a ton of leverage, and in the world of audiences, there are 3 ways to do it. You can buy an audience, you can build an audience, or you can borrow an audience. So if you go into the groups, people have, hiking Colorado, or vegans in Phoenix, or financial independence Southwest, whatever. Join it and be relevant, be engaged, comment. Help people get some value out of what you're doing. So what we're saying is build one and borrow one. You don't necessarily need to buy one. If you want to and you're in a position to do that, great. But you're going to borrow by using the groups, sharing your message, commenting, supporting. And then as people get to know you and they want to spend more time with you, you can invite them to your groups. And this is where you're the expert and you're the moderator and you're the director of the show. So we recommend you do these simultaneously. Now, if you have the money to buy and you can do it, great. But it's not a requirement, not at all. Okay, now as things are changing, as they always do, the one constant is change. How are we embracing change? How are we enjoying change? What is our attitude around change? Some people that don't amount to much as far as business goes, they fear change. They resist change, and they just get mowed over. Life will just mow you over. You cannot resist it. So a couple weeks ago, we talked about a change method. And we talked about our attitude is right here. Our attitude, and if it's a positive attitude, it will then affect our energy, otherwise known as your state. You know, if you ask Nate Lambert, how does he do it? Nate, how do you make so much money? How do you stay so productive and so positive? He says it's because he manages his state. Another way of saying that is managing your energy. So if you have a positive attitude about change, then you can have a positive energy about change. Now, if you have a positive energy, how much action or effort can you take? Effort is the name of the game. Effort is what is honored. Effort is what we can control. Right? This is something we can control. Can we always control our result? We cannot always control our result, but we can control the effort. And what kind of effort? If you have okay effort, you're going to get nothing. If you have good effort, you can get okay results. If you have great effort, you can get good results. But what we're really after is extraordinary effort. Now, extraordinary effort in all of this is going to make a fantastic experience for you. Now, if you have a negative attitude, then it's going to create a negative energy, and you're going to put in a negative effort, and then there's this thing right here. You know what happens right here in between effort and result? Obstacle. Now, this obstacle, some people use when they have a negative attitude, and they go, it won't work. And they're in a not so good energy state, so their effort is okay, mediocre. So when they get this obstacle, they use this as proof that it wasn't going to work. And they have this self-defeating position now, and they never get the result they want. But if you were to have a positive attitude about what you were doing, it's going to work. Maybe it'll be hard. It'll require me to change. But I have my positive state energy about it. I can put in some extraordinary effort. And then when the obstacle comes up, it's evidence or proof that I need to grow. And I can grow through it to get to my result. What is your result? My result is combo students. At the end of the day, is what we're talking about, right? Combo students. I want them to pay 23,000 bucks, or at least 20,000. You can get your profits down the road. But I want a 5-figure check, don't you? A 5-figure check. How many 5-figure checks will get you out of debt? How many 5-figure checks will get you your next property? How many 5-figure checks to pay yourself back, to pay off your student loan, your car loan, pay off your house? We're in such a unique position and in this company to be able to get 5-figure checks that it's you got to honor it. You got to honor that position with a great attitude of gratitude. Gratitude will raise your energy, I promise. One way to do that is to, appreciate the things you have. In all of the, mess and disturbance that this COVID thing has brought, we still get power, Still got running water. Right? We still got trash services are still running. We still got so many things to be grateful for. So I'm going to switch over to PowerPoint here in just 1 second. I just want to make sure everybody, who's everybody? Everybody that's on this call and not on this call. I'm saying must, but I can't force you to do anything. I can't make a requirement. Must be on the founders webinar tonight. There's a huge opportunity, and I just want to make sure everyone can take advantage of the opportunity. So you must be on the founders webinar tonight. Does everybody have the link? Does everybody know the link to get on the founders webinar? Does everyone know that their team has the link? Make sure you communicate to them. Right, all of you on the call here today are leaders of your teams. Right? You showed up and you got all these people on your team. Here I am feeding you. So you got to go feed them. Make sure that they have what they need to be on the call. And then after that, as an added support, we are doing a live Q&A right afterwards. Following the founders webinar. Bless you. Okay, following the founders webinar, live Q&A. Let me put the, let me grab the link here. Just need to make sure everybody knows this is a big opportunity. And Bob Snyder's got a big announcement. And then we need to talk about it, make sure we're all on the same page. So get the chat it up. There we go. So I'm here to help. Let's make some money doing it. So the founders webinar is 4 p.m. Mountain Time. And this support webinar is 5 p.m. Mountain Time. This is an opportunity, I see an opportunity to do 6 figures in 1 month. So be on the call. Make sure you're paying attention. That's one way to appreciate things is how you pay, what you pay your attention to. You can pay money, you can pay attention. If there's not something you can buy, you pay attention. All right, so hopefully we're all clear on that. Now I made a PowerPoint. How will we find your follow-up? I don't understand your question. Okay, switching to PowerPoint. I just put the link in the chat. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, we'll also be putting the link in the Facebook groups. You should have got an email from me or a text or something, depending on which team you're on or how you came into the business. But we'll also be posting them in the Facebook groups. But it's just important that you're on the founders webinar. If you can only be on one, be on the founders webinar. If you want to have some added clarity and continued conversation, then get on the comp plan enhancement Q&A afterwards. Okay. Awesome. All right, now let's talk about how you show up. Let's switch to PowerPoint here. Okay, how do you show up? Another way of saying that is your code of conduct. How do you conduct yourself at the meetings? How do you conduct yourself on a daily basis? How do you conduct yourself online? How do you conduct yourself when you're writing ads or doing follow-ups or writing your emails? How do you conduct yourself when you're watching your classes? How you conduct yourself is a big indicator of what kind of results you're going to get. So I put together, along with the help of Vanessa, she's fantastic with PowerPoint. So this is what we've made. So number one, in your code of conduct, if you want to continue to expand and grow and receive help and be welcomed everywhere, number one is a positive mental attitude. A positive mental attitude. It is number one. Okay. One reason behind saying this is if you're having a shitty day, you need to leave your shit at the door. Right? You don't bring it to this environment. You don't bring it to your meetings. You don't bring it to your discussions. You don't bring it to the events. You check it at the door. Okay. The day can throw so much crap at you, and you just, the moment you turn these webinars on or the moment you hop on the phone, you just leave it. You leave it at the door. Okay. Could you imagine if someone came into your house with a backpack full of shit? Right? They're just like, well, this is just, what happened during the day. You would say, leave it outside. I don't want it in here. So check yourself. And then also make it a requirement for the people on your team and the people in your organization, the people that show up to your meetings. Positive mental attitude is going to be a huge contributor to your success. Number two, our code of conduct here is applying your education. Applying your education, making sure that you become a product of the product. And some people say, well, it's hard. It's hard to watch classes. It's hard to negotiate. It's hard to find a deal. It's hard. Well, it's only hard until it's easy. And what makes it easy is repetition and following through. So apply your education. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. I scratch my head in curiosity when people say they haven't done a deal in 6 months. They only have one job, 40 hours a week, whatever, and they've been around for 6 months, but they haven't watched a class, or they've only watched one. I'm like, why haven't you watched one a week? They're only 6 hours, 7 hours. You watch an hour a day. You're already watching an hour a day of ding dong Netflix or YouTube or TikTok or ding dong, whatever. So make it a priority. Watch your classes. You know what really, really helps is watching it on a faster speed. Watch it on 1.5 speed and put the captions on. 1.5 speed with the captions. You'll get through so much more class. Okay. I'm just going to switch back to my drawing here. Just going to make sure I capture this. There we go. Okay, we talked about if you're in a car Oh yeah, it's my future car. All right, and you're going 5 miles an hour. What else? What else can you do while you're going 5 miles an hour? You can eat, you can talk, you can look at your phone, right? You can look out the window, you can daydream. You could do so many things going 5 miles an hour. But what if you were going 200 miles an hour? Would you want to touch your phone? Would you want to be talking to your passenger? So some of you are like, well, this is such a new concept, or this is such a new arena for me that I think I should go slow. I think I should go slow so I can get it all. But you don't get it all because you're watching the classes with your phone. You're watching the classes and you got Facebook open. You're watching your classes and you're having conversations with people in the room. What do you think is going to happen? So you have this attitude which brings you a slow energy, so you put in a slow effort and you get a slow result. We don't want that. So what I'm saying is if you speed it up, you change your class speed and you put it on at least 1.5x. Some of you could do 2.0 no problem. At least 1.5x with closed captions, right? With captions so you can process it. And now you can focus, right? You can focus on one thing, and that is learning the class. One thing. If someone tries to talk to you, you shush them. Shh, I'm watching class. Put your phone on, do not disturb. And if you do that, you focus on your attitude, you focus on your energy, focus on your effort, and you create a focused result. Speed it up 1.5, 1.7x. If you want to have this ability and have this feature in things more than just your Renatus class, you can download a Chrome extension. So you should be using Google Chrome. A Chrome extension, I don't think I spelled it right, called Video Speed Controller. Takes 3 seconds to download, and then you can control the speed of any video you're watching inside of Google Chrome. Okay, this is what I'm saying. Speed it up. You will get so much more done. You'll get more class done, and you'll focus. So you'll actually retain more. Plus, you're reading it. You're reading while you're listening. So now you're getting 2 modes in. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? Are you going to watch it faster this week? Cool. Matt says, why 1.5 speed? Did I make myself clear, Matt, on why? It's because it requires focus. Would you answer your phone while you're going 200 miles an hour down the freeway? Would you try to eat a kale salad? I was going to say a cheeseburger, but none of you should eat cheeseburgers. There. Just look at where that meat comes from. You wonder why you have low energy. Stop eating cheeseburgers. Topic for another day, but I'm telling you, clean up what you eat. You are what you eat. You don't want to be eating a freaking slow, abused cow from somewhere that they chopped down a rainforest just to grow soybeans to feed the cow. Don't you want a rainforest? Stop eating meat. Oh, did I say that? Okay, back to the PowerPoint. Thanks, everybody. A little social commentary for you. Back to the PowerPoint. Here we go. So be a product of the product. Use your knowledge and be that example. You will also make more sales if you are being a student of this education and applying the knowledge. Okay, active participation. Participate fully. Again, that comes back to your focus. How many of you appreciate having a phone call with somebody? Have you ever had a Zoom experience with someone and you can tell they're not looking at the screen? Have you ever had that happen? If you watch your classes and you have your phone on vibrate or ring and you have your notifications on, then it'd be like trying to talk to someone while they're playing on their phone. It doesn't work. So the instructor is trying to talk to you, whether it's a live webinar like this, or it's your recorded classes, or it's a training or an event. Turn your notifications off. Be active in the mode, okay? Don't try to text while you're watching classes, and don't try to watch classes while you're texting, right? It's the same thing. Like you need to put your focus and energy on one thing at a time, and you'll get a much better result out of it. Now, be punctual, physical and mental punctuality, right? It's important that you're all showing up. It's interesting to me that we start this webinar at 8 o'clock, yet about 30 or 40 of you don't hop on until 8:10 or 8:12. And that's a big percentage. So I'm sure you got your reasons and your justifications for it. But if you're trying to be an example to your team, let's say you just made a sale, you say, yeah, let's get on this webinar, and then you're 10 minutes late, what does that show them? Okay? So be present and don't wait for the shit to enter the port. Swim towards it. It's you. You're the one that dictates it. So show up. Show up early. Could you imagine if Keely showed up 10 minutes late? Could you imagine that? If she showed up 10 minutes late, how this webinar would go? So because she's punctual, it works out great for a lot of us. So everybody, as part of your code of conduct, be punctual. All right, the next part of our code of conduct is professionalism. Okay, a lot of times when we're doing our group webinars, we've got our cameras on, you need to be wearing clothing that says you're a professional. You need to be wearing, even if it's just, a button-down shirt. Oftentimes I wear a button-down shirt and pajama pants. You know how easy it is to tuck in a shirt with my Scooby-Doo pants? But they don't know I'm wearing Scooby-Doo pants. Now, right now I'm fully dressed when I'm wearing my Scooby-Doo pants. But what I'm saying is t-shirts send a certain message versus a collared shirt for the gentleman. And same thing for women, t-shirts versus a blouse or whatever different kind of thing you want to wear. It just sends a different kind of message. And then not only to them, but to yourself. If you're not dressing well, you might not be feeling well. Everybody feels better when they're wearing nice clothes. So also our language, making sure, in our code of conduct that, especially around guests, that we're not using the vernacular specific to our culture, that we're using more universal language, more inclusive language. If you've ever gone to, the doctor's office and they're talking doctor language, or you go to a mechanic shop and they're talking mechanics language, you just feel isolated. So we don't want to do that here. We want to make sure people feel included. And then professional energy, right? When the instructor, the speaker asks a question, you participate and you show your energy with that participation. Yeah, so Vince Lombardi said the quality of a person's life is in direct proportion to the commitment of excellence, regardless of their chosen field of endeavor. So that's it. Just commit to your excellence. Commit to being extraordinary. All right, next code of conduct. Be helpful. Don't sit around and wait to be helped. Be helpful. Set an example. Be proactive. Figure out a way to serve. When things run smoothly and professionally, then your customers are going to want to buy faster. And be helpful in the Facebook groups, be helpful during the live webinars, be helpful during the training webinars. Just set an example. This is one of my favorite quotes. That this is why it's easy for me to do everything I'm doing, is because not only do I understand this intellectually, but I understand this in my heart. It is one of the most beautiful compensations of life, that no man can sincerely try to help another without helping himself. So I don't go around trying to help myself. I go around trying to help others. And because of that, I get to help myself. Whereas a lot of you, and not just you, but the most majority of people on the planet, they're trying to help themselves. And then if they have enough time, they'll help someone else. But no, that's so backwards and a waste of time. You can double up. You can double up in half the time. If you help others, you will be helping yourself. It's just a part of it. It's constantly linked. So when you help others, you get extra energy from it too. So be helpful, set an example. All right, next, code of conduct. There's only a few more. This is number 7, code of conduct, is contribute. Be a contributor. Contribute to the growth. Contribute to the, getting ahead of myself. Contribute to ideas, contribute to conversations, contribute your thoughts and experiences. If there wasn't this contribution, we wouldn't have a corporate team. We wouldn't have how many instructors? 32, 33 instructors right now, right? It's because they're contributions that make our community. So make sure that you're in this mode of contributing. If we ask a question, frickin' answer it. On our Super Saturdays, everyone has a camera on. It is just camera on. Be a contributor. Be a part of this experience. Contribute your thoughts and contribute to others. Support and encouragement is also a huge thing. When you see people that finally brought a guest. I mean, Heather Hargrave had 20 people registered on our Profits webinar last week, and a bunch of them showed up. That's incredible. So how can we support her and encourage her to do the same? And then she's going to look around and say, well, how can I encourage and support all of you? So if you're taking notes, number 7 is contribute. All right, number 8. Number 8 is this approach to your goals with no limits. No limits. You don't limit yourself. You don't limit others. You don't limit the experience. There are no limits. Helen Keller said the marvelous richness. By the way, if you don't know who Helen Keller is, she's an incredible humanitarian and just an incredible leader. She was born deaf and blind. So could you imagine if you were deaf, you'd have to learn sign language. But what if you're blind? How are you going to learn sign language? She learned sign language while she was blind and deaf. And then not only that, but she contributed to so many other blind children, deaf children, to help them grow up to have a strong identity and be contributing members of society and have, the best normal life they can have. So you should watch her documentary. You should check her out. She's incredible. She's a no limits kind of person. There are no limits. You have eyeballs that work. You have ears that work. I bet she could sell more combos than you because she has a no limit attitude. That's what it comes down to. The marvelous richness of human experience would lose something of rewarding joy if there were no limitations to overcome. The hilltop hour would not be half so wonderful if there were no dark valleys to traverse. So you got to go through the challenges to enjoy the beauty. You're going to be bumped up against limits, but you got to have this attitude of no limits. That's going to be your key. That's part of our code of conduct. This team, this organization, in this culture that we're creating. All right. And last is teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. So we got to trust in our teams. We got to be honest. We got to be sincere. This is about working together. This is about overcoming obstacles. You know, many hands make light work. And if we work together as a team, we all don't have to do that much work. This teamwork thing is something that we can all get better at. You know, it takes a different kind of attitude and approach to making this happen. But if you follow this code of conduct, it's going to be so much easier for you to get what you want out of life. If you don't have a code of conduct, then follow what we just shared. I made a code of conduct for my personal life, my health life, my relationship life. I wrote down like 40 different things, put it in my notebook, and I've been carrying it around for 9 years. So this little code of conduct is, you know, it's more geared towards our business and how we engage. But if you take this attitude, this code, this method of being, right? It's another way of saying code of conduct is a method of being. How you want to be in the world is directly affect your results. I want you to make as much money as possible, because that money that you're making is a reflection of your growth as a person. That money you're making is also a reflection of your contribution to society. The more people you can contribute to and get involved in this program, the more training they have, the more real estate they can do. You're contributing to them. Now their kids can eat. You're contributing to them. Now their neighborhoods are getting cleaner. You're contributing to them because now they're getting out of debt. So your money is simply a reflection of your contribution to society, to individuals, to you as a growing and changing person. So you go make the money to reflect that, not to just have the money. Jim Rohn says it this way: you should become a millionaire. You should set a goal to become a millionaire. Why? Not for the money, but because of who you will need to become in order to accomplish the goal. After that, you can give the money away because now you become a millionaire and you can go out there and get it again. So set the goal to make $1 million. Set the goal to become a millionaire, not for the money, but because of who you need to become in order to achieve it. The becoming is the goal. So I hope that was helpful for today. We got a super important PAP call that I need to get on now and get ready for our founders webinar. So sound the alarms, yell it from the rooftops. Make sure everybody is on the founders webinar. I want to see 1,000 people on the founders webinar today. You know, normally we see 500 or so. I want to see 1,000. It's that important. You bet, Matt. Well, thanks everyone for participating in the chat as well. Bruce and Megan and Keely and Brandon and Patricia and Sue, Maria, Skylar, everybody. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for participating. It's up to us. We are the leaders. So let's let this, let's go make a difference. Let's go share. Thanks, Rick. Thanks, Cindy. We'll catch up with you guys soon. We'll see you later today on the Founders Webinar. All right, go change somebody's life. Go make some money. We'll talk to you soon. Bye now.